Today I'm starting with these picture frames that I found at my Dollar Tree. And I grabbed two of them, and they are in the shape of a house. And I'm just removing the inner glass and the backing just so I have the frame. I flipped them to the back side, and I'm going to pull out the little metal tabs they have that would hold the glass and the picture in place. But I'm not going to be needing those, so I just pulled them out with some needle nose pliers. They came out very easily. Everything I'll be using in this project came from the Dollar Tree except for the paint. And I gave both of the frames 2 coats of the Wise Owl Snow Owl. Now, if you have some primer, you can give it a coat of primer before painting. It may just help with the coverage. And again, you could paint these any color of your choice. You can also leave them the unfinished wood. If you do not feel like painting them, that would also look nice. Once the front side was dry, I then flipped it to the back side and gave that 2 good coats of the white paint. I found this sign at Dollar Tree as well, and I liked it because it's almost like a mini box. It was just the perfect size for what I needed it for. And I took some General Finishes Antique Walnut Gel Stain, and I just gel stained the outer sides and the top edges of the box. And you just want to rub that in good. You can also use paint. You do not have to use the gel stain. Once everything was dry, I took my sanding block and I'm just sanding very lightly. Because I did not prime these, the paint will come off a little easier. But I did want to give it a little bit of a chippy look. So I was okay with it coming off in sections. And you can distress this as much or as little as you would like. Once everything was sanded and dry, I then went back to the little sign that I had, and I'm going to add some hot glue to the bottom and sides. And this fit perfectly inside the frame. So instead of placing the glass insert back in, I'm going to add this little box, and it's going to sit right up against the edges of the frame. And again, this just fit perfectly in here. I then have these popsicle sticks. Right now they are unfinished, and I'm going to glue each one on top so that way we can create a little roof for our house. And I went along both sides of the top of the frame. So this is what we have so far. Now, I did not want to leave the popsicle sticks unfinished, so I just took some more of the General Finishes Antique Walnut Gel Stain, and I just covered on top of the popsicle sticks. After they were glued down, I just felt like this was the easiest way to do it. You can even paint these white, black, really any color of your choice. I got this styrofoam from the Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to cut it in half. It was a little too thick for the inside of the little box. So once I cut it in half, it laid in there perfectly. And to keep it in place, I'm going to hold it down with some hot glue. Now, I grabbed all these succulents from the Dollar Tree as well. You can find them by all the floral stuff. These had little clips on the end. Some are in little planters, but I just pick them out for $1. They have a good variety to pick from. And I'm just going to place them inside the little box. You can arrange them as needed. I went back to one of the cardboard inserts from the picture frame, and I'm going to paint that with some Wise Owl Snow Owl. Now, this is cardboard, so you do not want to overpaint it, but I was able to put a good coat on there, and it gave it pretty good coverage. Now I'm going to allow that to fully dry. And once it's dry, I decided to add it onto the back side of the little planter house we created. I'm going to remove the stand from the frame, but I'm going to leave the little hanger so that way you can have the option to either hang it on the wall or stand it up. you can totally skip this step and just leave everything open. I just thought it would look nice with the white background and the green succulents. And I adhered that with the hot glue. And there we go. Now we just have this very easy, fun Dollar Tree house planter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials on our webpage as well. Have a great day.